I think we might have done it.
Think so.
Did we make it? Did we survive?
It looks like it.
Oh, look at us. We only have a few minutes, though. So anyways, happy Tuesday, everyone. We had some technical issues. We didn't actually say we were going during this time, but here we are. And technical issues aside, we made it. If you do not know who we are Fabulous Adventures Travel Company. I am Samantha from Fabulous Adventures Travel, and this is Kelly, otherwise known as Kellers, or the famous Kelly Roma, which is what we discovered on our last trip, which was super fun. All right, what are we talking about? We don't have too much to talk about, honestly, other than the promo is ending on the 27th at midnight. Did I do that right, Kelly?
Yep. They don't like to end sales on Fridays. So that's what we've learned.
Is that okay? So the 20th, yeah, you're right. The 27th isn't a Friday. So yeah, so that's why, because I was like, wait, what? You're right. Why did it go to the end? And then they don't like to end it at the end of the month, which is also weird for me anymore. Yeah. It used to be the last day of the month, and now it's not that anymore.
Yep.
You know, there was a time back. Okay, so last year, for those of you back in the day, they used to, last wave season, there was this promo that started at, it wasn't at 80 though. It didn't start at 80, did it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it started at 80 either. So it didn't start at 80, but maybe it was like 70. So every month the promo dropped, and you got like, so it would go down 5%, and then the bar tab would go down a little bit. So this year they're being very, very nice to you guys and not dropping the promo every month, but that would make for a crazy day for us on the last day of the month. So yes. I don't know. I mean, we're either thankful or not thankful for it. I don't know. But so what is the promo, Kellers, right now, and what is it going to? Do we know?
Well, right now it is 80% off second guest and bar tab up to 300. At the end of January, the bar tab only changed for the 4 nights. It went down from 100 to 50. We're hearing that the promo's staying the same as far as percentage off. 80% is sticking around. Bar tab is changing. That's all I know. I don't know what it's changing to. I don't know if every increment's changing. Hopefully we find that out in the next couple of days so we can let you know. And if it's a dramatic change, if you're on the fence.
Yes, exactly. That would be nice to know.
Pricing is always subject to change, and we say this all the time. Just because the promo stays the same doesn't mean I might hike up some sailings, depending on how well they're selling. So
yeah,
keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I think the pricing has actually stabilized a lot since the last time when it was super volatile. So I do like that, but the pricing does change. It doesn't go up drastically. It goes up like $50 to $200, maybe sometimes depending on how drastic it sold.
Right.
Excuse me. So I'm choking on my own saliva here. Yeah, so I don't think it changes too much like it used to. But they did release the Panama Canal return, right, from the Brilliant Lady. It's October 2026. That sold really, really well. Most of you probably got an email that said, it's selling. So it sold really, really well. It's not sold out, but it did go quickly because I think everyone caught on to the last one that we're actually on was a decent price. And the other thing that's selling well, if you haven't looked at, is the Greenland, Iceland. So I should say that and saying it backwards. Iceland, Greenland, Canada? Iceland, Greenland, Canada, New York. So it's like it's almost like transatlantic, but it's not. It's actually starting in Iceland and it's ending in the US and it's ending in New York. If I hold on. I'll look it up. Give me a second. But that's also selling well. It does have Canada. Now that I think about it, it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. But let me read the itinerary for you. Dun, dun, dun. I don't have my phone because it's charging, so of course my computer is going to be all funky. Come on, kick in. Well, yes, somebody send it to me because apparently it just decides that it's not going to work today. Heck is it? Yeah, it's definitely not coming in. What is happening?
All right, I got it.
Did you get it?
Iceland, Greenland, Canada, and New York City. So it's
I
September.
Oh, someone actually asked about it in the tips. That's so funny. Go ahead. What'd you say?
So it's September 6th to the 19th. It leaves Reykjavik. It is a 13-night sailing. Goes to Prince Christian Sound, which is cruising. 2 stops in Greenland, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and New York.
Yeah. Which is so cool. I think it's such a great, I love it. It's not a true transatlantic because obviously you're not, 75 days at sea. You actually stop along the way, which is very nice. And I think it's a great itinerary, but that is selling really well here in the agency. So if you have yet to see it, I would check it out. It's funny. Heidi actually had a question about, she said, I'd like to go on a cruise in 2026, either European voyage or the Iceland, Greenland. See? And she said, I know I'm jumping into hot topics, but she says, I'm a disabled traveler. I use a mobility scooter. Can you recommend an itinerary without tenders and accessible excursions? So it's a good question. Unfortunately, with Virgin, they don't give us the, the excursions until just a little bit before new itineraries. So that would be hard for the Iceland Greenland one. But I do know that they definitely offer accessible excursions. And they do mention it on the shore things, like if it is or if it isn't in what the level of activity and if it is accessible. But we wouldn't know that, unfortunately, until like what, Kelly? Sometimes, I don't know, 6 months, if
4
that.
months. Well, we're not getting Iceland until March. That's 4
Yeah,
months.
you're right. I was just going to look at that. I look at my whiteboard when I say that. So we're on Iceland, Iceland to Amsterdam, or sorry, not Iceland, Portsmouth to Amsterdam to Norway to Iceland. And we don't have any of those excursions yet. None of them. So we have no idea what they are. And we leave in July. So that's the hard part, Heidi, on that sense. But in terms of tenders, we would probably know that. We'd probably be able to figure that out. And off the top of my head, I can't answer that question. Kelly, you?
I can.
Let's do European. So the one that we did had tenders.
It should say it in the itinerary. Hold on.
So we did the Greek island Glow only had Mykonos. Nope, just kidding. Santorini had them.
So I've seen Mykonos is not a tender in every
anymore.
Yeah, I guess it depends on. Okay, so both there's 3.
3 what? In ours?
Tenders for this one. Iceland, the Isafjord is a tender. The Greenland port's a tender, and so is Nova Scotia.
Oh, so it says on there. So yeah, so that has a lot ones. So a lot ones. Wow, that's good English. What? I've just there.
Samantha-isms.
That's so true. Wait, what? So the Europe. So we'd have to look in Europe, and the Greek island Glow had 2, but like Kelly was saying, Mykonos sometimes isn't. Santorini always is. But Santorini's also, it was beautiful, but that was a rough port in general. Like, I feel like if you're gonna go see Santorini, you should probably just go visit it, like not actually go on a cruise. But so anyways, we'd have to really look into that, Heidi. Sorry, it's quite a in-depth research, and we'd have to look to see for you. But we'd happy to do that for you here at Fabulous Adventures. I'm trying to think. So what did we do on the French Days and Ibiza Nights? We had several.
Mm-hmm.
One, just one can.
Yeah,
we had just one. It was can. So we'd have to look at some of the other ones and see if they like some of the Italy ones. See if they had it. So yeah, sorry, I totally skipped over to hot topics because of that. But anyways, all right. Where else are we? What we're talking about promos. What else? Is there anything else on that? Ooh, go ahead.
I was going to say there is the military discount for U.S. and Canada military. Discount. They're only in select sailings. So you would need to, ask us if the sailing that you're considering does have a military discount. It's not combinable, I don't believe, with the MNVV. So you'd have to weigh out which one makes more sense to use.
And the resident
Sometimes the
discount.
military discount is better. Just depends on the sailing.
Yeah.
And what the percentage off is.
And then we have groups that we want to talk to you about. We actually, oh my gosh, we should talk about tomorrow. We're doing Friends trivia. So if you love the TV show Friends, we're doing Friends trivia, and we're giving away Virgin Voyages swag and promoting pretty much our Friends themed cruise on June 25th. So if you love Friends, the TV show, come join us on our Friends themed cruise, all the Friends events. And then that was June 25th. And then we have our Girls Gone Cruising, which is September 17th. Please join us for that. We were totally planning that one just recently, which we're super excited about. It's always a fun main event that we have a blast at. So that's September 17th. We actually have some really good deals on that right now. I also have a group cruise with, if you're totally into fitness and you like dance fitness, I have Jamie Kincaid is her name. She is very well known on YouTube for her dance fitness. She has an app that has dance fitness. She has her own studio in Missouri, I think it is, right, Ariana? Is it Missouri? And she also does classes on YouTube. So she is actually doing a dance fitness cruise July what? 9th. I was going to say 17th. July 9th through the 13th, you said. Okay, so July 9th through the 13th, she is doing a fitness cruise. So if dance fitness is your thing, come join us on that one. Come dance the night away or dance the morning away, whatever it is. And then what else, Kellers, on our group cruises? Oh, we're doing May 4th. Come join us on May 4th. We are on the Celebration Cruise. It's Richard Branson should be on there. They haven't really said if he is or not. But that was the cruise that I give Kelly a hard time about crying about things that she saw. And Virgin Galactic. I give her a hard time about that. But come join us on that one, because we are on that one May 4th. And there's actually a smoking deal on that. We have extra loot on that, don't we? Am I correct on that?
That sailing also has a reduced single supplement. So
it has reduced single supplement, and we have an extra loot. So join us on that sailing, because you'll get an extra $100 if you book anything. I was just going to be like, if you book a sea terrace, but it's not. It's if you book anything, we have an extra $100. So join us on May 4th, because we'll be on there stalking Sir Richie. Right?
Yes, as always.
As always. We'll be stalking him, trying to be his best friend again. So that's May 4th. And then actually really cool, something really cool. If you're in the Orlando area and you listen to the radio, Fabulous Adventures has been blasting all over 107.7. And we are giving away a free cruise. So if you want to go follow 107.7 Magic Orlando, did I say it right? Magic Orlando 107.7, we are giving away a free cruise for them, but they're giving it away. Or take that back, I'm sorry. They're giving away a free cruise for us that we give them. So if you want to go follow them, you can earn a free cruise. So Magic 107.7 on Instagram is where they're giving it away. And plus you can follow. So they're actually sailing with me. Kelly can't join me this time, which I'm very sad about. So I'll be with Ariana. She'll have to deal with my shenanigans. It's a lot to deal with. and Kelly won't be joining me. So we'll be on with them. I'll actually be on the radio as well, which is really cool. They're broadcasting live from the ship on the, where are we on? March 5th. The March 5th sunsets, Fire and Sunsets. So if you're on March 5th, Fire and Sunsets, you will see Magic 107.7 on there actually broadcasting live in the morning from the pool deck, which is really cool. And what else, Kellers? Because I got to run to a thing with Virgin, trying to talk fast. Because we were supposed to be on a long time ago, but we had some issues. All right, let's do hot topics. Let's back up. Okay, Chelsea Torres says, do you think they'll ever change the anchor hooks on the bracelets to stop getting caught in my dresses? How long did it take you to get that out? So she was on our last cruise and she was saying something, and I think she like her hand like went like this, and I don't remember what it must have been like a netting or something, but the wearable got stuck in her dress, and she literally was like this, and I'm trying to get at it. And so the two of us are trying. No one's helping the two of us. And she's trying to help me. And I'm like, stop. I was like trying to get it. And then finally someone came up with the idea of just take the bracelet off of her and let it hang down. So then we finally like took the bracelet off of her. But I mean, she was literally stuck in her dress. It got hooked along all kinds of things. So I'm not sure that they're going to change that anytime soon, because I think it works. But thanks for the laugh, because that was pretty funny. I hope you didn't have to cut it out of your dress, because that would make me really sad. And then someone responded to her and said, bracelets are the worst design ever. I lost several on the first cruise. So I do know if you don't hook them right, they will come undone. I have yet to lose a bracelet if I hooked it right. So you have got to make sure that both of the anchors are hooked. How do I explain those? Are hooked along the link, the loop. So the anchor sits like this. Oh gosh, I'm not explaining this right. I'm probably doing it completely wrong. But she has one. But they both have to be hooked along the loop so that, like pretty much like this, right? It has a.
Oh, and this is the one with my little charms on it.
Oh, nice. So there's the anchor.
Well, I got my virtual background.
There it is. Yeah. So that anchor has to be hooked completely in that loop in there. And it does not come undone as long as it's tight enough. I have yet to lose a bracelet ever. And
I've never lost one, except for when I broke yours trying to tighten them.
That is so true. Oh gosh. Okay, Wendy Wise wants to know why aren't the event schedules available before the time to book? It's very hard to plan. Wendy, we feel you on that. So Wendy, you can ask us. You can ask me, obviously. If you have any questions on when certain things are. In general, it tends to have the same sea day. The same sea day event schedule tends to be the same thing. Like, unless something big is happening on board. But like 80s, what is it? The 80s workouts like a 10:30. Bingo's usually at 11:30 sometimes. Lottery is like at 2. So like it has the same sort of flow. Afternoon tea starts at 1 and goes to like 4. So, I mean, depending on what it is that you're looking for, and if we know what it is, we can always kind of try and tell you what it is. Obviously, show-wise they also tend to have the same schedule. So if you need help with that, we can kind of point you in that direction. Kara says, can you share some of the itineraries coming up that have great solo deals? When do we find out who the speakers and guests are for the celebration voyage? So thankfully, I'm very excited for Kara to join us on that one. She just joined that one. And so I don't know. That's again, Kara, virgin time. They probably haven't even looked at it. I mean, what's coming ahead of that? We have to think about what's happening before that one. Maybe they just started the celebration voyage. I don't know. I feel like that's how they roll. So they probably don't. I mean, I take that back. I'm sure they do know, but it'll be interesting to see who is on there. I don't know. Did we even find that stuff out even beforehand last time?
Nope,
I think
we
just
found out literally like a week before, maybe 5 days.
And I think it was like looking on the app that we found it.
Yep.
So, and then solo deals. Kelly, do you know off the top of your head, or can you remember some good ones?
I do. So there's some in April, May, and June. And then some random.
Yeah, so if you're solo, join us on May 4th. I mean, we can call it the solo cruise, woo, if you want to, because there is a no single supplement on there. Kara just got a phenomenal deal, so she's super excited and excited to go. Hopefully she's excited to go with us. She did say, can I be your third wheel? No, she said, I'm not going to be your third wheel. And I was like, what? Why not? You should be. We would expect nothing less. So I am very excited to have Kara sail with us. But we also have Mark sailing with us, which I'm really excited about. So we just linked all of us together. So we can make it bigger, bring all the solo sailors with us on May 4th. It'll be super fun.
Yeah.
And then you guys can leave us for your solo people. And then we're like, oh, bye. We'll miss you. Come see us again. So anyway, Did we do it? I think we did it because Heidi was the last question and I answered it way in the beginning of this lovely live event because I do have to go talk to Virgin about iHeartRadio next week. They have to tell me what I can and can't do so I don't get myself into trouble. And Keller's isn't there to keep me out of trouble. So I don't know what's going to happen. Ariana, you have a big job ahead of you. All right. Lunch and learn. We might be able to do that this week. So give us your topics for lunch and learn, and maybe we should talk about bidding because I feel like maybe we haven't talked about it enough again. So maybe we should discuss it again.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I know. I feel like it's like I have to say it every so often. All right. So we'll see you on Thursday for lunch and learn. All right.
Sounds good.
So Virgin doesn't get mad at me. See you guys later. Till then, what's our favorite phrase? You float our boat. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.